I'm ready.
Hello, welcome to Team Fortress TV. Apologies for that very rushed start. We are launching straight into the game there. I was not expecting these teams to be so quick. They're on the ball, Miwo.
They are. Usually invite teams wait like a half an hour to play, and then they eat first and go to the bathroom 10 times. So we're at the first minute.
We are indeed. I can see Miwo jumping in at the same time as Harvey. They've got a lot of position for the team, and Nursey down to 26 health. But they have cleaned up both of those players, and there's no follow-up from the rest of the team here from woodpig. They're all so far back. Onto Joe. Oh, but Squid gets a frag onto Eric, and there's a frag from Mason onto Ling. Oh my goodness, great stuff from him, and he may have just opened that up for his team there. The two scout frags.
Yeah, they'll re-push and take back that middle. So we got red team on middle, even Uber situation. I wonder if they're going to try and push here with both those scouts down.
I think it definitely opens up one of the flank routes for them to attempt to make a push on. Eric and Link user just now getting back into the fray, and woodpig have kind of lost their opportunity to really make something happen, but Harb's having a little peek in on the flank. And it looks like he's going for it. Oh, but he hit an invisible skybox. That's not going to stop him. He's still going in. He's trying to get onto Nursey. This is about his fourth
jump. That's the classic Harb, so he'll just jump in, jump around, and try and make something happen, but nothing happens, so we'll see if the blue team's going to push back in with that player advantage.
They're making their way through the flowers area, through that flank goldfish, leading it forward, seeing what he can get done. A big bomb in, launches Milo way high up, and Nursey's disconnected completely. They've made a little bit of room for themselves. They should be able to get in, but there's the frag on the goldfish, a return onto Squid, and they're slowly pushing woodpig backwards. They've got a bit of position on the mid, but the Uber charge is surely going to come in.
So this is like just about an even Uber situation. Red has a slightly better Uber, but blue has that player advantage, so they're going to get collapsed here really hard, and they're getting out deer, so that's going to be out on the flank and a retake from blue. It's pretty convincing.
Yeah, they managed that quite well. They put a lot of damage out before the Ubers were traded. woodpig just forced backwards and backwards. Maybe they should have taken an Uber exchange in the choke point and made sure that the rest of Getawhale Fanclub couldn't come in onto the mid, but either way, they are now sat on second with a little bit of an Uber disadvantage as well. That's just from building, but somehow Nursey's managed to engineer herself, in fact, 20% Uber charge advantage. It's actually creeping forwards to 25 now. I think it might just be terrible building from the woodpig side.
I wonder if they'll call that, because sometimes that's something that I usually don't call. You know, they haven't been building if I don't know for sure, but yeah, that's just going to be even out. So
yeah, they did have a small window of opportunity, but like you said, it's very difficult to tell actually when the medic from the woodpig side isn't building properly. You just have to kind of assume that they are, just in case. Looks like Aim's gonna take the opportunity to launch in, gets body blocked there by Harvey, rocked by an air shot from Milo, and slammed back into the ground. So just an exchange of aroma there, just maybe baiting out the push from woodpig a little bit. They'll see if they can do something. Maybe sack in Harblue, maybe have Squid make a play on the flank. Looks like he's attempted to take a 1v1, but then actually just big balls walking it in through choke.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of space in choke, and they may get forced to. Maybe not. I would have really liked to see them get forced there. They just walked right in choke, and no one did anything.
Yeah, I think there's definitely an opportunity for Goldfish to sack into them, but they've actually found a frag. Oh, onto the Demo Man. That's a key target. Dingo is down, and that's really going to open things up. But the Uber charges popped off very, very early there. There was a lot of pressure onto Nursey, and the Uber had to be popped off. So now Mason sat pretty with a huge Uber charge advantage. They just need to get themselves in a good position to get some frags with this, or at least some territory. But Getawhale Fanclub still pushing them so far back. They just can't get into them here.
And that's what an awful Uber from Red. I mean, they had it there. All they had to do was play defensive, but they had players forward, and so now this is just an awful Uber from Red, and they're going to be looking at a last miracle hold with only 2 players up.
Yeah, they were just completely pushed back there and put into it. They were on the back foot the entire time. When you have an Uber advantage like that, the temptation is to try and milk it and to make it last as long as it possibly can do. But it's just so counterproductive, because all they needed to do was, when Getawhale Fanclub came in for the fight, use the fact that you have an Uber to take a much better 6v6 fight. If Getawhale Fanclub are overextending that hard to make you get pushed all the way back, then you can wipe them easily with an Uber.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a really good Uber there, but we'll see. And the next mid...
Look at the strange things happening here. They've changed up their classes a little bit, and they've got a sniper straight to the first mid. Oh, Harvey's the first casualty, but he does trade with aim, and Miwo is attempting to get a snipe, but hasn't hit anything yet, and they've given Getawhale Fanclub so much position.
Oh,
That's
wow.
the first frag.
What a headshot.
Goal.
They know they have a sniper. I'm not sure what their plan was there. I guess trying to take advantage of the passive play, but
It was really strange. They put Squid onto Soldier, and they had Arctic Joe on Scout along with Miwo on Sniper. Very, very strange change-up of the roster in order to facilitate that mid. But look at Avast jumping in there, actually forces it straight out of Mason. He's going to be trading the Ubers in the flank at the same time, but Nurse's Uber runs out quicker, and Avast is going to go down there to Harb, and they should be able to clean up Goldfish if they put a little bit of damage. But look at Getawhale Fanclub still playing so aggressively. They still want to take this fight, because they know that Miwo is on that sniper.
I'm not gonna lie, that was the weirdest Sunshine mid I've ever seen. The whole thing was played out in deer.
Yeah, very, very strange.
I'm not sure what their plan was, but they won the middle. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it was really strange. They baited them into a situation where the Uber was worse. They baited them into this kind of flank area, and they eventually came out on top. It's very strange. Miwo really wasn't hitting anything on Sniper, but it does give them that option to kind of break this little bit of a stalemate that we're going to see now, because both of the teams are coming up on their Uber. Mason takes so much damage, 130 damage there, but is going to be able to escape. Both the Ubers now going to be up. Actually, Mason doesn't have his, and he's going for a health kit. Oh, that's disastrous decision making from Mason. Even when you're so weak, he should have just committed to getting his Uber charge there and play aggressively. If you're going to get forced, you might as well play forwards with the Uber charge, and instead dive backwards, try to get a health kit, and cost the sniper and the demo.
They're back in on Blue. Blue is going to try and keep their medic alive, and it's only a scout, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's the frags have gone in favour of Getawhale Fanclub. They're going to be able to come out on top of this with a sizable Uber advantage as well. A sticky trap finds Link User, and then Arctic Joe goes down as well, but things are looking good here for Getawhale Fanclub.
And they are indeed, and looks like that big huge Uber advantage for Nursey, so I should see this is going to be a last hold from Red. They can't manage to do anything else, but they do, they take him down, so Nursey has gone down, and only 2 up for the Red. I'll see if Getawhale wants to push in here. And they are, they're pushing in, but Red's getting their spawns. Red medic goes down. So wow, this is just going to be an even brawl here. But the faster spawns from Red will push that in their favor.
Yeah, and look, they've changed their roster around back to what it was previously with Squid and Arctic Joe on the scouts, and then Hardblue and Miwo on the Soldier that's roaming the pocket respectively. But it's so strange. I don't know why they switched Miwo over to Sniper and then had Squid play Soldier. It's such an odd strategy to run 2 soldiers. Maybe they really favour the soldiers on Sunshine. Maybe Milo's an incredible sniper and I don't realise. Either way, Getawhale Fanclub are going to get destroyed as they come in there. Wow, a vast dive for a sticky trap. Goldfish gets plucked out of the air and AIM kills himself. Wow. The woodpig DM just destroyed them on that attempt at a Sunshine second push.
Yeah, and I guess they just weren't quite committed enough. I'm not really sure what happened there.
Yeah, they came out on top either way, but Nursey's got a bit of an Uber advantage. That's about 30%. They're going to be able to hold with those forward respawns. They're going to be able to hold second, definitely. They may even attempt to push in. They know that they have that Uber advantage.
And it looks like Goldfish is going to try and take the super through Cafe. He is entering, but getting pressured really hard. This is a bad Uber for Blue, and Red's going to be able to kite all the way out through that choke. So, not getting a whole lot from the Getawhale fan.
No. And here they come back in as well. Milo's actually the first casualty, but they do have that Uber charge. It's all on Mason to save everybody though, and he's dropped 2 players already. That's Squid and Miwo down there. Some key players for Woodpig, and he's dropped both of them there. But as they come streaming in through this choke point, Artichoke's still trying to find the frag onto the pocket of Goldfish behind. They're going to bomb in Dingo as well, trying to find somebody, but Goldfish staying alive for so long has actually allowed Arik to get in behind, and he finds the frag onto Mason. The rest of Getawhale Fanclub here collapsing.
I'm not sure who's getting pinched. It looked like Red was going to get pinched pretty hard, but actually, those blue players just got caught out there.
Yeah, there weren't enough people actually committed. I think, I don't know what AIM was doing actually. I think AIM probably could have helped them out a little bit there, but once they got that pick on the medic of Mason, Nursey just sat back really passively. He's working that Uber charge advantage. They're going to be pushing that one forwards on 90% now. The bombing from Harb is going to try and force it out, and Nursey on 20 health dodges that last rocket, but Milo's in. Oh, and Milo finds the target. There goes Nursey.
Wow. So we got 2 players down for woodpig, and Blue's going to try and make something happen here because they're definitely on the back foot.
Yeah, they are getting pressured back here. The combo of Artijo and Squid doing a fairly decent job there, but Squid's been taken down and Artijo is on the hunt. He's only on 61 health, so a decent rocket will take him out, or a decent me shot. Link user finds the frag onto Arctic Joe and going to attempt to take out Dingoes. Well, this is all getting very scrappy here, but it looks like woodpig aren't going to be able to get that frag. They're not really coming out on top of the whole exchange though. They've got no heals for another few seconds, and Nursey's going to be delivering her heals all across the board.
Yeah, and that was just both medics dead for quite a while for both teams. So, and a red soldier is in on the med, gets Nursey. So Harblu taking down Nursey. Red team has their Uber advantage. All they have to do is have a good Uber in the next exchange.
Yeah, with that frag onto Nursey, they have set themselves up perfectly here. Mason is sitting pretty on a sizable advantage. Avast is actually in trying to hit a loose cannon, a double donk onto somebody. But Artijo keeping him defended. Squid's going to come in as well. They're going to try and double team this scout. Link user desperately trying to get a me shot off, but he's not going to find anyone. This is so scrappy, this fight. It hasn't ended in so long. Both of these teams just refusing to give up ground, throwing in players time after time, bleeding people on different respawn waves. It's insane. I'm waiting for a bit of stability to come back into the game. And I think something's about to be applied now unless Mason goes down before he gets the supercharge.
I'm curious if they were looking for someone behind. They had several red players looking right behind them as they pushed in there, and they just ran in with their backs turned.
And they're taking so many risks as well. Woodpig are pushing in when they're on 75% in the 6v6 scenario when they have an Uber advantage, and it goes disastrously wrong for them. Look, oh, Mason milking on 6 HP there is going to be able to drop out and not have to use his Uber charge, but they should be coming back in now. Like, now is the time to push.
There it is, Uber from the scout, so they are fighting middle with the Uber, but TF2 woodpig gets dropped, and not sure how good of an Uber that was either.
Yeah, they do manage to get one frag. Yeah, there's the second, but Artijo dropping. And Harb's in. Harb's actually going to try and find the medic there. Nursey on 92%, sorry. But destroyed there by Link user.
And Goldfish as well. Goldfish hit that cool air shot, so now this is looking real good for Getawhale, as they are going to definitely take second here. And we'll see if Red opts to just hold the last.
Yeah, I think they definitely have to. They're probably going to run some defensive classes as well. Artijo's come up onto that heavy, and they still have Squid on scout. They're just building that Uber furiously behind, but here it comes from the bottom.
Uber from lower, and they're going to sit on the point with it. They need some frags here.
They're trying to find the frags, but with everybody floating onto the point, it doesn't look like it's really going their way. This may be a successful hold here from woodpig, but no, suddenly everybody collapses. AIM doing a ton of damage behind. Almost sacrificed his life for it, but did a ridiculous amount of damage just behind the point when everybody clumped up, and that's 2-0 to Getawhale Fanclub.
So I'm curious as to what we're going to see on mid here. Looks like everyone's on their standard classes. And I'm going to watch Avast here, this middle.
He's going to be coming through that flowers area, trying to get a sticky onto Dingo. His health almost double that of the opposing Demoman. Here's the double synced bomb from Harb and Milo. They're trying to get damage out. They got 100 damage onto Nursey, but both of the soldiers now cleaned up here for woodpig, and that's going to allow Getawhale Fanclub to stream forward with their scouts. Artijo picked off. They can really apply the chase here as well. It's 6v3. They should be flooding forwards through this choke point, trying to catch Mason before he can get out.
I don't think they're going to get him, but I think they did a really good job just baiting that soldier aggression. You know, woodpig, they know that Harblu's going to jump in, and I guess they just waited for him. Say, we're just gonna wait for you, and we're gonna kill you as soon as you get here.
They've both got their Uber charges up now, and so there's a bit of posture in, the defensive sniper and heavy coming out here from woodpig, but the Uber's going to come in the right side. No, aim just getting a little bit of position. That's a really odd angle to shoot from aim, but I think he just got launched there. He just kind of got juggled and then sat there just sitting pretty. But that's given woodpig a single pick, which they might use to run a counter sack. They might see if they can get Harb out there, or maybe even Milo, see if they can force Nursey in a bad position. But it looks like they had a little peek and just decided that the positioning wasn't far enough forward there from Getawhale Fanclub for any kind of sack to be efficient.
Just a little too late. I mean, you really have to give your life pretty much right away. As soon as you realize you have that player advantage, you gotta set something up. And they just opted not to. So we have yet another standard classic set. Didn't see a sniper or a spy from aim, but we'll see what they opt to do here. It's gonna be on blue to get the force.
Yeah, they keep trying to poke Goldfish in on this right-hand side. The positioning from everybody is really stacked towards that right-hand side. If they choose to run an off-class sniper or something like that, they might find it really easy frag on Dingo on the left, but it's going to be aim and Goldfish trying to shunt themselves in once again on that right-hand side, and the double soldier stack, they don't even get in through the choke point, but the positioning from Getawhale Fanclub so good to be able to hold second point as well. They just need to be able to trade these charges close. Actually, the positioning from Nursey might be way too defensive here. They want to use the Uber charges close so that they'll get those spawns from the soldiers and not have to give up too much room for it. Harb's leading things forward. Oh, they're just rotating.
They're do like a nasty flank here. So right now they're in the stairs and they're going to go straight lower. The Uber's popped in low, so this could be really good. And an Uber trade from Red. Red Uber's much better. And they've
lost the players though. Yeah, they lost the players, and now that they've just completely split, this Red Uber's going to do absolutely nothing. Here comes the collapse from Getawhale Fanclub straight to the point. And that was played so much better there by Getawhale Fanclub. woodpig looking really shaky on the push out. They went out through bottom but didn't clear all the entrances. Just got completely wrapped around.
Yeah, very smart gameplay from Getawhale.
From Getawhale himself.
From Getawhale himself, yes.
The mentor of the team. Yeah, but that's a really quick, to be honest, 3-0. And the only real reply was in that real scrappy fight. Getawhale Fanclub really have looked like the superior team here so far on Sunshine. woodpig need to kind of stabilize a little bit more. They're throwing themselves into situations where they have disadvantages.
And I think they're waiting. They're not taking the fights that they need to be taking aggressive. I really would like to see like a little bit more aggression. They're kind of on the back foot all the time, and they're going for those bait plays where they play super passive, but then like blue is just taking the position that they're given and then rolling them.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well so far. I'd like to see a reply from woodpig. They definitely have the talent on their team. They beat Team Solo Uber last, was that last night? It was just a few days ago. Either way, 5-4 that result was. And I think we've readied up with our second half. Let's see if we see anything crazy out of woodpig. The one mid that they did actually win in the end was the one where they had the crazy setup of Milo to mid on sniper, but it's just going to be default from both of the teams as they roll out. Dingo's in through the choke point, slightly quicker than Avast. Avast rolling out through that flowers area. They're going to be trading a bit of damage. Dingo is a little bit less healthy. Avast on 200 HP is running the booties. Has he been running the booties this whole time? Yes, he has. The Alibaba, yes, he's been running Alibaba's booties the entire game, just prioritizing sticky damage and health. That's so good from Avast. So much fun seeing these unlocks used like that.
Got Milo in on the med stuff, but red medic really hurt, and Getawhale just getting taken down this middle. I think it was the more passive play out of woodpig.
Yeah, they didn't quite know where to go. They kind of baited them onto the point and then had their scouts run straight into them. They've kept Mason alive as well, so that's great for them. Arik and Aim, though, going to be on the offensive, trying to get this Uber charge out of Mason. He doesn't even have it yet, actually. He's only on 90%. Wow. Look at that flank from Arik. Two crisp shots.
Huge middle from Arik. I mean, he had 30 HP and managed to take down all three of those players.
Fantastic stuff. Yeah, great play by him coming in at the end there, exactly what was needed. But I think really the positioning when you're only a Devilman and a medic up, and you know that there's a roamer and a scout coming for you, should have been way further back. They should have been on second there from woodpig. They're always so aggressive in these situations. Like it's like they're treating Getawhale Fanclub with no respect, but they really have to, because they're losing a lot of these engagements where they're just going balls deep on it. Oh, fast getting the frag there onto Dingo with the loose cannon, just spamming those in, and it's only Mason left alive, and Nussie has the full Uber as well.
These things are not looking good once again for woodpig. I would expect to see a full-blown engineer, heavy, whatever they got. They're gonna need it.
Yeah, maybe even a sentry, something like that. They'll be attempting to put up the best defense they possibly can, but they still have a 60% disadvantage. It's so much time here for Nussie and the rest of the team to make their way in.
And Goldfish in on the right side. Gets the soldier pick first, and the Uber is forced out, so Goldfish is looking for blood here on the left, and takes down the medic and Temp. Huge Uber from Goldfish. He is just the fragging dragon, and takes down just about everyone.
And that's 4-0. This is ridiculous so far. woodpig just don't have an answer. They are really struggling here. So let's see what they can do on this next mid-fight. Again, just running the default strategy. It was working well for them last time, to be honest. They had a really good mid-fight. They just scuppered it at the end with Dingo and Mason playing too aggressively in a situation where they shouldn't have been. Dingo's positioning across the point this time so aggressive and pushing Avast really quite far back. But he's got his heals now and he's going to be trying to move forwards. Milo's seen that Aim's gone behind and going to be trying to take that frag. Aim only on 25 health, but Milo's kind of out of the fight now as well. Oh, Goldfish annihilates Mason there, and that's given the heal advantage to them, but then the flank from Milo's going to take down Nursie at the same time. So 4v3 in favour of woodpig. Aim's got to come in, trade with Milo. Things not looking so good here for Getawhale Fanclub. They are just going to get cleaned up. Oh, actually, Linku's are taking the 1v1 against Artijo. Oh, he's going to be able to win that Artijo to secure his mid, his team the mid. And yeah, woodpig take a very scrappy, but in the end it does come out on their side.
Yeah, they kind of were playing the right side. I thought they played it really well. They had people on the right, and they were a little grouped up. They lost their med, but they really managed to clean up, along with the pressure from the right, plus the flankers. They got stuff done. So it's just going to be an even Uber situation, I guess, but Nursie building quicker once again. I wonder if they'll call that.
Hab's going to bomb in at the same time as Milo. Hab's the one who's actually going for the frag though, launching in. What? That was insane. Gets slammed into the floor by Avast's loose cannon. Still managed to put a lot of damage there out onto Nursie. Nursie on 20 health, goes back, gets a health kit, and now they can move forward. They've got 10 seconds of opportunity to get onto Mason before he has his Uber, but that's not going to happen. Way too far away. Great defensive positioning here from woodpig, just allowing them to get mid, but they're going to have that Uber to defend second, and we're going to see equal Ubers around this lighthouse.
But no, they're opting to push it in. I wonder if they have advantage here, because they want to have a favorable Uber situation on the second point, and the Ubers pop from red, kind of far back. Blue hasn't used their Uber yet, so that's woodpig is holding onto their Uber, and Milo onto the med, gets a wall air shot, doesn't manage to take him down, but he is going to go down anyway in this choke, and this is a nasty situation for Avast here. One health.
Perfectly calculated that escape. 1 HP, picks up a health kit, he's out of there. They're going to have the Demoman to defend and lock off a little bit of area, but Nursie and Linku's are only just now coming back onto the field. They did get the forward spawn there, so they're going to be inserted straight back into the fray. That's going to apply heals to the rest of Getawhale Fanclub, but Mason, aka chair user, coming in through this flank with his Ubercharge. Aim spotted him though, and he's going to try for the force. Instead, actually just going straight onto Dingo, and there's a bit of a backcap going on as well. All of these Getawhale Fanclub players on the backcap, and they've completely mistimed this. No, they haven't. What a great block. Arik with the block of a lifetime. Arik and Aim just saved that round for them.
They're definitely going to get second here, and they've still got several of woodpig is still on middle.
Yeah, and they're 10 seconds till they're Uber charge as well, more like 5 now. Oh, but Nursey disconnected with everybody. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Link user just went straight for last instead of helping them on the fight in Lighthouse. They would have been able to get that Uber charge. They would have been able to crush the woodpig players there, but they just got a little too greedy, trying to go straight for the last point.
Can't count on those back caps. This is Blue is trying to kind of edge their way in here through Cafe area, and they will indeed. They're doing a lot of damage to Red, and this is a pretty convincing middle take from Blue, from woodpig, I guess, until they all get fragged by all the flankers, and they actually wipe. So I'm definitely wrong.
Yeah, they got annihilated there. Just Getawhale Fanclub came back in, but here comes Dingo on a little bit of a flank. Link user and Avast gonna team up to take him down. And Squid's kind of in. He was running around that lower lobby area trying to see if he could get onto Nursey, but he wasn't able to. And Harb now taking a little prod out as well. He's going to be in that underneath section, see if he can get onto someone. He's going to meet up with Aim. Aim has a slight buff and just calls that he's there. Harblu's going to be miles out. They just need to get on this defense. It's 4-0 at the moment. If they lose this, they have lost the map on the CB Sunshine 5-0.
Red just taking that point position really early. Gosh, it's a scrappy Uber fight.
They're making their way in, they're getting the frags. It's only 2 up here for woodpig. It's looking disastrous for them. A 5-0 was not what they wanted coming into this. That's insane. woodpig getting 5-0 there by Getawhale Fanclub in really quite a quick time as well. I think that map can only have lasted about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That was really quite quick, and woodpig just didn't have a grip on the game at all throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, certainly not what I would have predicted. Certainly not what everyone on Team Fortress TV predicted. I was expecting a closer game than that.
I absolutely was. If anything, I was expecting woodpig to be the better team coming into this, but they got annihilated. They looked like the less cohesive team. They looked like the team with the worst DM. It was insane. They really just were making very questionable decisions. Their positioning was too aggressive in situations where they didn't have anything to back that up with. The DM wasn't good enough to save them in those positions, and they got slaughtered.
Indeed it wasn't, and I'm looking at the stats now, and it's not surprising because Arik and Link User have godlike stats. Arik going 29 and 12, Link User going 27 and 11, with high damage for them both. So it's very impressive.
Pretty interesting. I'm just wondering, there is another game going on at the moment. I wonder if that one was late stun, whether we'd be able to dive into that, because that was a 5-0. That was quick. That has merely whet my appetite for TF2 tonight. But yeah, the other game that was going on, even if we can't guess it, I'll give you some information about it. That's Team Solo Uber taking on Attack of the Yomis, which itself should be a pretty good game as well. Let's have a look at what's going on there. Let me see if I can get that up on ESEA. Actually, it looks like it's still 0-0. I'm just going to dive into the STV and see what that's like. Yeah, this was not the plan, but I might drag Mathsad into it if he's willing.
Yeah, I gotta find. I'm not even sure. I haven't really been following the teams too closely, so.
Let's see. In fact, I don't actually think they're all on the server yet. Yeah, they're not even all on the server. Either that or it's just finished, but the score is 0-0, so I don't think so. I think that players are still just trickling on, so, I mean, we could go to a short break here and then return with Team Solo Uber versus Attack of the Yomis. What do you think, Mathsad? You're the production god. What's the word on the street? Oh, lordy. Mathsad giving me the thumbs down. Rest in peace, boys. Well, then, we've casted a very disappointing, in my opinion, performance from woodpig. A 5-0 in favour of Getawhale Fanclub. And we'll see you for more invite action on TFTV.
Yeah. Thought it would be closer. Sorry, fellas.